And we're back with some more Ixion. Today we still have not left the Sector 2. Namely because we're about to try something a little weird. I want to try and turn this entire sector here into sort of a weird recycling hub that will make us infinitely sustainable. And I think the numbers work. Now, we'll just have to build it and see, but it should, in theory, mean that we should be immortal, so long as we don't ever leave this sector. Well, we will be leaving the sector, but at some point, you know. What we want to do, though, is see if we can make it interesting enough that we can stay here, or at least tweak the systems enough. Now, these here are called mushroom walls. Mushroom walls are, well, they grow mushrooms out of trash. That's the nicest way you can put it. We're going to turn them off, though. We have no intention of actually ever using these mushroom walls. We just want to build them because they are both a recycling building and a food specialization building. Let me skip forward a bit while we place down a whole bunch of these. There we go. Sector 4 is now specialized in recycling, rank 1. Reason for that is we have 4 recycling buildings. I think the farming it takes more, but we're actually going to get farming out of these as well. They allow you to specialize your sectors. So if we check under here now, recycling tier 1. Recycling buildings produce 30% more resources. Stability penalty from waste buildup reduced by 50%. Excellent. Oh, and we just hit food tier 1. Food production buildings require 10% less water and buildings produce 30% more waste. This is why this whole area is going to become a big recycling hub. Now, we just got to finish off the last 2. We spent about 910 alloys and 7 microchips to make this. Pretty expensive, but I think it should be worthwhile in the end if you want to become completely sustainable. For our next production project, we're going to want to put in a waste treatment center. However, there's one little thing we got to do first. You see, we have no intention of ever using any of these. Like, ever. We might use one of the end one down here. I've left a road to that, but we really don't want to turn waste into food. We want to turn waste into metal, and we want to use that metal to actually fix the hull so that we don't have to ever harvest any minerals outside of the ship. We should be completely self-sustainable is the theory. So we want to turn all of that waste into something we can use. So let's put down a couple of recycling centers, or actually let's put down 3 recycling centers. In fact, we'll turn these off for now, no need to operate them. While this is going on, we're going to do a little bit of a policy change here. Waste recycling is going to be required. Perfect. In fact, we're going to be moving a bunch of people in here as well, but that's to come later. For now, let's just finish off our waste recycling plants. So why? Why are we going to all of this effort? Well, it's to do with that excellent recycling bonus that we've just gained access to. Now, recycled buildings produce 30% more resources. Sounds nebulous, so let's just stick some numbers on it. For example, over here, if we take 40 waste, we get to turn it into 50 alloy, or 50 waste into 25 res polymer, or we can use 50 waste to make 1 electronics. However, because of the bonus over here, we can turn 40 waste into 65 alloy, which is a gain of 15. Over here, it's a gain of 8, and I don't know how we're getting 2. We shouldn't get 2, right? Huh. Strange. You know what? Doesn't matter. But what this means is we just get more for the same amount. We don't have to do anything different. It's just so long as we have enough recycling buildings in the same area, the bonus appears. And not only that, there's a little bit extra that comes with the bonus as well. When you have 10 buildings with the recycling trait, of which we currently have 9, once that one's finished we'll be up to 10, we get an extra bonus on top of that. And food-wise we can also get some more bonuses, but first let's finish off the recycling. Finally, Sector 4 is now specializing in rank 2. Wait a minute, 1 second. We're now up to recycling tier 2. So originally all we had is recycled buildings produce 30% more resources, and stability penalty from waste buildup was reduced by 50%. But now we've also got food production buildings produce 15% more food, and industry buildings are 30% faster. First one, that doesn't help us so much. 15% more food for mushroom walls we're not using only seems to affect mushroom walls. Industry buildings are 30% faster. That, however, that does help. That means we can now process the waste in 7.7 cycles as opposed to the 10 it used to take. So everything here is just faster now. That's going to be useful long term, but for now we're fine. I don't think we're going to need more than 2 recyclers. Cooldown is up on the DOLOS A.E.C center, so let's see what else we were going to add here. I think a little bit of intense propaganda is in order. There we go. Perfect. Everyone's going to be super duper happy. That's good for us. All right. Next up, housing. Lots and lots of housing. We're going to stick in a whole bunch of it. In fact, we're using the really fancy stuff that's super duper expensive. The dominatic quarters. Not that because it can house more people per square inch, but because this optimized quarters seem to be slightly bugged. We're looking to get a population bonus. It allows us to feed more people. And the problem is you can't get it with the regular housing. Or wait, no. You can get it with this regular optimized quarters. However, it only seems to take up as much space as crew quarters. So its footprint registers as a 3x3, even though it takes up 3x6, which means you need twice as many optimized quarters as you do domotic quarters. I can't pronounce that. Whatever. So that's why we're building these, even though they require a freaking microchip. These things are half the cost. These ones over here are half the cost, no microchip. These things twice the cost and require a microchip. So super duper expensive, but I'm hoping we can use this place as a dump for all of our useless people. For some extra house squeezing iningness, we're going to stick in these, call them cell housings. They're terrible. No one really likes them. They're minimal quality, but we've got enough of these really fancy ones to override it. See, down here we've got a +3 at the top from people living in mostly domotic quarters. Yeah, basically these buildings, if so long as the majority of the population in the sector are living them, they get a +3 happiness. So nice, I suppose. And these things are just going to add to our chance to get the population bonus thing. Plus, we can put people in them eventually. Just not yet. Oh, it's done. We've finally built enough housing that we've actually hit the sector population thingy. Let's have a quick look here. Ah, yes. Population tier 1. Mess halls can feed twice as many crew per cycle, which is good. The population in here is now at, well, 1,112. And I think the maximum this could hit was 1,400, so now it's 2,400. You can now feed 2,400 people out of one mess hall. That's a lot. Also, we got a bunch of upgrades that stretch the food. So now we have everything. In fact, we can just cancel that one. You know what? Dismantle that building. We don't need it anymore. You can take it down. Alright, so we've got population sorted. Food. That was it. You see, if we want to be able to live entirely off of the steel this produces, can't be having annoying things like food be a problem. And currently, food is running off of water, of which there's a limited supply. 23,000 ice. Okay, it's semi-limited. Not really that much, is it? Right, but we want to be able to survive entirely without this. So, let's put down a few farms here. I think 7 farms should be sufficient. We have plenty of workers to manage it. Nice! Oh, and we've also started defrosting people again back in Sector 1. I don't even know how many people we've got left to defrost. We've got 99 there. We've got another 53 there, another 97 there. So about 250 left. We need, according to my math, about 1,300 people to be able to produce enough steel to keep patching the hull. They will actually, like, each one of these buildings produces waste. I think it's... Oh, I'll have to look up the numbers. Yeah, here it is. Basically, 1 waste per 20 inhabitants over 15 cycles. So basically, every 300 people produce 1 waste a cycle. Now, I don't know, and I don't think that these things affect it. For example, buildings produce 30% more waste. I think that only applies to food buildings. That's it. And I don't think it only applies to food buildings that are... Well, I'm not sure. I think it only applies to food buildings that produce waste or are part of the waste chain, like, say, mushrooms or these guys over here, the crop farms. As far as I can tell, these guys just get the same. Like, we're getting 1.1 food a cycle. So, no, actually, what's our food looking like? 165%. Well, that's probably not enough, but we will have to put in other bug farms elsewhere. Let's turn off one of these. You, go off. 94%. That's okay, because where do we put it? We have a few over here we have not been activating. We had them off. We wanted to produce some actual metal out of it. That should get us a little bit higher. 116%. Okay, let me do some more fiddling here.
An accident has occurred in the Tiqqun.
Yeah, isn't there accidents? It's accident day every day. If you had one of those things for how many days since an accident occurred, it would probably be... Ooh, if we make it past 5 days, I would be incredibly surprised. Oh, wait, there's another one. Okay, so if we made it past more than a couple of days, I'd be surprised. And I should point out, all of these farms, putting them all in, it brought us up to food tier 2, which gives us a sector benefit. Sector benefits from +1 stability, which is nice. So our stability now is +3, which is just all sorts of goodness. Now, There's one other thing we can put in here for stability, and that would be genetic Conatus Memorial, whatever. This thing only costs the materials to build it, doesn't require power or anything, and once we chuck it in, say, right about there... Perfect. That should mean we get an extra +1 stability, and there's another research we can throw on top of that. Cult of Vital Impulse. +1 stability for the genetic codice again. And we don't even have to do anything. And there's actually another +1 stability we can get on top of that, so long as it's in a food specialization sector, which this is. So, if we can do all of that, and we have so many people here, doesn't that mean that everyone's so happy we could maybe restrict their food just a little bit? One food feeds 16 people. Yeah, I'm thinking a little bit of restriction on the food supply. Why not? Considering this is where we keep most of our population, it should make it much easier to hit that goal. Turns out the people did not like the food restrictions. We got a request to remove it, so yeah, we went with it. Why not? However, that just meant, well, we put in more food. Now what we're going to do here is disable this. We've done all our building. We still have 107% food coming in, which means, in theory, so far, our food is completely covered by basically electrical production. We don't need any inputs for it, so no more water required. In fact, I think we're going to turn off water shipments. We don't want any more of that coming in. In fact, I think we're turning off all the shipments. Yeah, we've strip mined the system, firing one thing, and that is the ice. Well, left the hydrogen, but we've no need for that. So now becomes the moment of truth. We've switched off a bunch of these machines. We don't need them anymore. Like, there's no silicon left. There is some iron we can turn into alloy, but we're holding on to that for the time being. You see, what we want to do is see if this works. Now, what I've done here is I've set these two up to produce alloy. Now, I'm definitely thinking we have enough pollution or enough waste being produced to produce enough alloy to keep our hull repaired. To keep our hull repaired, all we need is 7 alloy per cycle, and we should handily be hitting that, which means we're going to have a little bit of waste left over, which is going to get shipped all the way down to the end here, and we'll make processors out of it or something. Just to keep things ticking. We don't want this system backing up. Otherwise, there'll be waste left behind in these houses and waste left behind in other places. Nope, that would be bad. So this way, we should, in theory, just be able to leave it here forever and ever and ever. We can just hang around in this sector. Actually, where's the last of that ice? You know what? Who cares? What matters is science. Our science is going up by 5 every 5 cycles, which is great. Until we get this last tech. Where is it? Computing optimization. We're tricksy on this one. You can get the intelligent lab straight away once you hit tier 3. But this one, you gotta wait until you've knocked out all of these ones. You don't want them. They just make your research faster, which honestly, it's fast enough already. This one means your rate of science to 5 units every 3 cycles instead of 5 every 5 cycles. So, nice little increase in bump in science production. And then we just stay here for like 1,000 cycles. We are taking what is essentially food, feeding it to our people. They produce waste. The waste we send to our recycling centers, and then after the recycling centers are finished with it, we send it back to over here where they go out onto the edge of the ship and they paste it on to keep the thing together. So the only thing holding us together is, well, yeah, poop. We're pretty much a poop-powered ship now, but I think that should work. We'll cut it forward a bit. I'll go grab a cup of tea, maybe a shower and stuff, and then when I come back, hopefully nothing's exploded. One thing I do want to do, though, is make sure, I made sure that we have enough staff in every single department. You can check down here, because the way it says conditions optimal, everyone happy, population numbers. You can just scroll through this way and find out how everyone's doing. Ooh, we have plenty of battery power in Sector 4. I should do some fiddling around. Anyway, this means we can just leave it alone. We never have to worry about this again. In theory. In practice, yeah, we never have to touch it again. It seems we can stay here indefinitely. We've been here 4,000, well, we've been here about 3,000 cycles. Yeah, I may have left this running all overnight. Just to see what would happen. In fact, it's been so successful, we've now got 71 electronics. And I've even spent some of them. We went and harvested all the ice off the planets. We actually turned that into more electronics. We're starting to accumulate a whole bunch more alloy. Why not? And when it comes to science, turns out it maxes out at 999, but not really. For example, if we just go in here and pick something like this one, and start researching it, you'll see this is actually researching, but that number's not going down. I don't know how much science we have, but it's more than 999. This thing just sort of redlines at that point. You still get more science, and it still accumulates. It doesn't show up anymore because they don't expect it to go above 999. You need to add on an extra 0 there or something, or just one extra digit. Let's I suppose we'll just knock out whatever research we have. Even if I don't get all of it, I don't care. This is, I just want to go on to the next jump. But that was, interesting. Also, we've got a whole bunch of solar panels. Actually, when it comes to solar panels, how many have we got left to build? One on this and one on this. We have 2 solar panels left to build, and we have just oodles of power. Oodles. Okay, true, we've turned off a bunch of machines. But, yeah, I think we're just gonna knock out as much research as we can, and then we're gonna jump. After faffing around for another 300 or 400 cycles, I couldn't help myself, okay? I wanted to put in fire stations. They haven't done anything, but we've installed... Never mind. Let's just jump. I gotta, like, actually finish this. Yeah. Power from the main grid. We'll have to run on battery power. We're grand. Yeah. Cool. So, I'm thinking we've probably broken the game at this point. I'm pretty...
Engine ready.
Commence the jump, buddy. Let's see what else this place has to hold. Wait, are you going to do the exact... Oh my god, it's going to do the exact same one again, isn't it? No, we're good. We know what the jump looks like. It's pretty awesome, but... Oh. Is that, like, stuff just floating around in space? I think we've managed to find the wreck of a ship, have we? Oh. That's the wreck of a really big ship. Oh my god. We're, like, tiny in comparison to that thing. Ooh. So I presume this was the Ixion Mark II?
Full jump complete.
Well, that's
Preliminary.
great. And what do your preliminary diagnostics tell us? We appear to have a destroyed command center here, and then half this system is covered in lightning storms. If we fly our big ship in there, or any of our cargo ships, or pretty much anything in there, they get destroyed a lot. So let's not go in there. And let's start launching some probes around. Ooh, there's loads of stuff around here. Oh, this is the UN ship. Right, so this isn't one of ours? It's not a Delos one? Alright, time required to complete. Perfect, enter the command center. In the meantime, let's start our scanning. We need to start finding asteroids so that we can get ourselves started. What do we got? Ice? Ugh, no thanks. Collapsed food production district. Okay, we can send someone over there. Off you go, Hope. We're going to keep scanning, though, with probes. We also have a little bit of a thing that's shown up. Cult of the Hull. Basically, people want to worship the ship and this nutjob as a deity? I mean, look at that earring. Like, no, we can't have this. No. I mean, it's hilarious, but no. Sorry, I can't be having that. Yeah, sure, that'll make you unhappy, but whatever. Anyway, let's see what everyone's getting up to. We're still scanning. We're still going to start checking out all of these local areas, but I doubt there'll be anything too crazy in the next few minutes. So it seems this destroyed ruins command center is where we get the coordinates of the exoplanet Remus. That would be nice. Also, our hull has become weaker. Every jump reduces our hull, which means we're down to 700 hit points. Well, that's just great. It turns out the debris fields we have entered is mostly composed of corpses. The floating bodies bump against the hull and create sounds that reverberate throughout the Tiqqun sectors. Well, yeah, they're going to be a little bit unhappy about that, but, you know, we'll move away from the dead bodies in a while. Industrial zone wreckage, maybe? Yeah, that might be an idea. Let's just move over there once we finish examining this place. Yeah, we'll investigate this place further, but I think once we're finished here, we'll just, like, move away from all the corpses. So, our team have found a dog. Yeah, we're bringing the dog home, I'm sorry, but, like, actually, I don't know, I'm not sorry. We're bringing the dog with us. Like, you gotta have some humanity out here. So, it turns out the AI has noticed that we've brought a dog on board. Administrator, inconsistencies were detected within the crew member's DLS records. After reviewing the data, I have found that the crew member is actually a dog. A Borzio, to be exact. I have not discovered how it came to be aboard. Its mere presence violates several health protocols. I will say that it does seem to be proving extremely beneficial for crew morale. A decision must be made concerning the animal's fate. Yet we're officially recognizing the dog as a member of the crew. I'm sorry, but like if you... You know, even if it gave us a -1 to stability, I'm still keeping the dog.
Destroyed by a space weather event.
God. Okay, I think I figured this out. Yeah, I think the problem here is every time we do one of these things, this wavefront moves forward. Yeah. This weird storm thing, so we need to stop doing these objectives. And if it stops moving, great. If it keeps moving, then we'll have to plow through them really quickly. But I'm thinking... Yeah, no more objective doing. until... Actually, we still got to do that objective. I can't stop that one. It's already started. Is there a pause button? No. Fine. In that case, I'll have to make some of these off limits, and we're going to have to rebuild the mining ship that was destroyed. Alright, this thing is about to finish up. Now, does this wavefront move forward?
Team has completed a
It's
task.
almost touching those two, so if we check in here... Yeah, whatever. Okay, I'll finish this in a second. Let's go back out. Okay, that's moved. I'm just going to leave them there. We're not going to do anything, and we're going to see what happens. This wonderful little area over here has given us 439 people. And considering how chock-a-block we are, we could actually chuck them into this sector, Sector 4. We do have the space to defrost a lot of them and stick them into Sector 4. We've got about, housing capacity for 1,800. Though I think our mess hall is only good up to 2,800. Actually, we could put them in there. But food-wise, we'd then have to turn on our farms over here. And plus, I just want to open up a new sector. I'm basically coming up with excuses to open up a new sector, okay? I can't help myself. So, we're going to fill this place up, and I think what I want to do is I want to reorganize Sector 1. This is where we keep most of our EVA airlocks and one of our docking bays and science and stuff, and I want to make a proper science area. Right now we're getting a bit of a bonus here. If we check under policies, we have Space Tier 1. I'd like to get to Space Tier 2. So give me a minute here while we do a little bit of rearranging. Well, that looks like a good start, though I think we're going to need to import a few resources for this. Although we've turned off all the power on them, we don't actually have enough people here to man all of this, but it should hopefully make sense when it's done. Right now is a special day here on the colony, or Tiqqun, whatever you want to call it. We've activated the health center. This place allows us to heal up to 100 injured crew members simultaneously. The center can accommodate injured crew members from other sectors connected by train stations. You build the train stations by clicking on these things, and we have built the train stations. So there's one there, one there. Yeah, they're everywhere. We've built a train station in literally every single place. You can see the sort of the tram cars or the cable cars up above. In fact, there's only one sector left we haven't cracked open as well. But this means everyone can come here. Unfortunately, this means if this hospital suffers damage, all of our people will not have a hospital to go to. So we're going to stick down 2. So this gives us 2 health centers. It's incredibly expensive, but this means we can delete all the hospitals everywhere else, and in theory, everyone should end up in this one. In fact, let's just test something now. If we disable both of those, yep, everyone ends up over there from this sector. Now, if we go over to this sector, I should have 2 hospitals as well. Yeah, there we go. Abralibab, whatever. Abralibab, let's see if you show up. So if we turn off both of those and unpause it, yay! That saves us a little bit of effort. Now, I'm going to turn these hospitals back on for now. I want to make sure we have redundancy built in. You see, I discovered something about the game. When you basically have a fault happen just randomly, it's going to happen. Every single place is going to end up getting these things, accidents. Accidents happen, basically. From what I can see, I was letting this play for ages, and I noticed that it was about every 17 cycles you'll get an accident. So I would notice an accident in Sector 1, then Sector 4, then Sector 3, then Sector 2. And then another accident in Sector 1, then Sector 4, then Sector 3, then Sector 2. Roughly 17 cycles, give or take a cycle, there will be an accident in a place, and it will randomly strike an active building. So planning for that, if we keep 2 hospitals here, one of them will always be up, assuming we don't mess something up along the way. Alright, in this place we have implemented intense working hours. This has absolutely 0 effect on accidents, it seems, so yes, thank you. We have implemented waste recycling because, well, we want that. And we're also going to implement intense propaganda because we can. Now everyone here should be, well, everyone here is already super duper happy, but now they're even more super duper happy. Alright, this monstrosity is done. What we've done here, though, is we've centralized healthcare. Now that we've centralized healthcare, we can rip all the hospitals out everywhere else, so it actually saves us space in other locations, despite this thing being, well, quite energy intensive and people intensive. As well as that, this is where we now drop off all our cargo. Now, the reason I moved it all in here is so that we can get the space bonus. Where is it? This one. Hull repair is 20% more efficient. Probes and ships are assembled 30% faster. Hull repair is 10% more efficient, and docking bays load and unload resources 30% faster. So because we can load and unload things here, I've basically made this our large, high-end storage area. So you can see we've got a whole bunch of iron ore coming in there. In fact, we may want to... Let's slow that down. Problem being we're going to fill the whole place up. But to transport this iron ore all the way to Sector 2, which is on the opposite side of the ship where it gets smelted, we installed a drone bay. So the drone bay just pops along every so often and grabs resources. Let's just follow, say, this one. I have no idea where it's going, but let's follow it. It's... The hell are you doing? Okay, I think it just picked up ore out of there and then it's going to drop it somewhere else. Right. Okay, so it dropped it there. Or it picked it up and dropped it there. It moves around the place and picks up resources for you, and it doesn't just limit itself to its own sector. It seems to travel everywhere. And it moves large amounts. So it can move, if we check the research, up to 24 units of resources at a time between sectors. That's pretty tasty. And the fact that it spreads out so far, I might even put in a second one somewhere else. Though, again, 30 power, 8 people required. That's a lot. But that's 5 sectors down. Though I do need to do a few minor changes over here. For example, we no longer need these bays, but can't really deconstruct them. The reason being, we are stuffed full of carbon. We don't have any way of getting rid of it anymore. I just forgot that we don't need it because we've already maxed out the solar panels. All our solar panels, because of all of my lazing around, are now maxed out. So, oops, I suppose. So I'll need to probably just make a storage bay to dump all of that, and we probably don't need the polymer refinery anymore. It happens. Then we also can delete that, and we can delete everything in here. Actually, I don't think we can delete the probe, though. I think I did not make a probe launcher over here. Yeah, we've got all 3 docks and all 3 EVA airlocks, but we didn't move the probe launcher. But that still means we can do a few improvements. This place, we are going to turn into, well, just massive people storage. However, we want them to be self-sufficient, so we're going to actually feed them on mushrooms. This is going to be kind of bad. We're going to feed them on their own waste, basically. However, we can really crank up the bonuses by putting in a lot of mushroom walls. Even if you don't use them all, mushroom walls give you 2 specialities, recycling and food. So combining the 2 should be great. Like, for example, this takes 6 waste and produces 9 food. So 6 waste gives 9 food. I want to see how far we can stretch that, though, because as the bonuses kick in, that's going to get a lot better. Now it's gone from 6 waste to 9 food to 6 waste to 12 food. Perfect, and that's all because of the recycling tier will be bonus. We have 4 recycling buildings here, so we're getting recycling buildings produce 30% more resources, which means we get, and because the mushroom wall is a recycling building, it produces 30% more food, which is amazing. We should theoretically be able to feed them, like, whatever people we put in here, their waste will produce their food. Now, we won't be able to use that waste elsewhere, but yeah, fine. We'll just, I'm going to try and cram in like 5,000 people in here if at all possible. Give me a minute though. We got to tear this whole place apart and redo it like from the ground up. This place is coming along nicely. We're slowly but surely converting it into mass housing, but there is something else we want to put in here. Mass stability. This is the Exo Fighting Dome. This thing gives a stability bonus to every single sector that's connected to it via train. This provides a +2 stability in this sector, and it'll give a +2 in every other sector because we've got trains in every other sector as well. Namely because, you know, we've got all our research done, we've got all our resources stockpiled. Hell, we've actually had to stop harvesting stuff because we've got too much resources coming in. But whatever. It'll be fine. We'll just, we'll have to find ways of disposing of all the resources we get. That could actually become tricky. There's no resource sink you could just dump stuff into. Right now, we're putting down the final mushroom wall. That should take us over the top and put us up to recycling rank 2, which takes us from 6 waste giving us 12 food to 6 waste giving us 14 food. I think that was 6 to 9 at the start, but now with all of the specializations from just cramming loads of recycling and food buildings in there, we're getting 30% more resources from recycling buildings, which includes the mushroom walls, so they give more food. Producing buildings produce 15% more food, which includes the mushroom walls, so they get more food. Where is it? Sector benefits +1 stability, blah blah blah. Yeah, but basically we got another +1 stability from the food building as well. Buildings produce 30% more waste. I think that might actually apply to the housing as well. So our housing will produce more waste, which we can use to make more food. So in theory, they should be able to feed themselves. Well, hopefully. Anyway, now we got to turn this place, we got to cram this place full of housing. Let me finish it off and then I'll try and explain my thinking behind this design. This stuff is incredibly expensive. Like, we're putting in the best housing you possibly can, which costs 80 alloy plus 1 microchip every time. So we're kind of burning through the resources a lot, but at the same time, we're sort of pulling in the resources as fast as we need them. If we go back to our production center here, we're plowing through it. The whole point here is to try and make lots of housing in here, all of the food production capable of supporting it, and then at the same time we're going to keep everyone super duper happy. Right now it's at 10 happiness. Wow, that's a lot of happiness. I may have went slightly overboard, just a scooch. Oh, +1 from dog. Nice. Oh, people are a little unhappy we spent so long in the system, leaving home, death of Earth, corpses floating around the station, waste policy, working hours. You know, all the usual stuff. Behold, the finished product. It's very mediocre. What I managed to do is you got recycling to tier 2, food to tier 2, population to tier 1. This gives us a few bonuses that help out. Now, we've covered the food ones, but the population tier 1 helps because we can feed twice as many crew members per cycle in a mess hall. So that should be 1,400, but we're able to serve 2,800 people, which is good, because if either one of these goes down, it just means one of them can pick up the slack, just due to the occasional accident that happens once every 17 cycles. So if one of those gets knocked offline, we won't end up with mass starvation. Unfortunately, on the population front, we're only able to squeeze in about 2,600 people in this module. Yeah, maybe I could rip out some more things and squeeze in a couple of hundred more, but I'm kind of happy with this. This place is also going to be where we stick our colonization training center. So, yes, all our colonists can come here to get trained up, and with all the upgrades we've got going on, we can do 200 at a time. For now, though, we're not going to fill this place. Not a chance. All of the regular colonists, I think, are stored here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's this section. Yeah, 1,200 people. This is where we're storing the majority of our population for now, because their recycling waste is turned into alloy that we use to keep ourselves afloat. Literally. Now, I think the next step is... Oh my god, we stuck this place out a lot. I suppose the next step is to finish off the missions. I think we've done most of the stuff we need to do here, and once I stopped doing these events, the quest ones, this wave of violence stopped encroaching on us. So, I think now that we've got everything we need done in sectors 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, we can move on to the next part of the quests. Well, the storm suddenly moved really quickly. We're now swamped. We need to get our science ship back. You need to get back to Tiqqun. Oh, man. That thing, I don't think it's going to make it. I would hate to lose a science ship. That could result in some negatives. Let's head straight for the reactor wreckage anyway. Yep, well, we need to get closer to our science ship.
Entering stellar storm.
Yep, well, there goes our science ship.
Accident has occurred in the Tiqqun.
God damn it. Well, we can't change direction now.
Been destroyed by a space weather event.
Well, yeah, you didn't give me much really option about that. You just suddenly swamped the whole area in space storm. I mean, okay, maybe I should have known. Alright, we'll pop to the reactor wreckage, let our batteries recharge, and then we'll jump straight over here to the...
Entering debris field.
Yeah, well, we're probably going to get storm damage while we're waiting, one way or the other. Let's see how quickly our batteries recharge. How's everyone looking? Sector 5, your battery levels are almost optimum. Yep, that feels like something broke. A meteorological event has caused damage to the station. What type of damage did you cause? Oh, hull integrity. Well, right, that's not good. Alright, everyone, time to move. That's 3.6 cycles. It will have to do. Yeah, we know. And at the same time, I'm going to turn off some power in a few sectors to make sure we stay up. We got 6.6, 5.2, 9. Never mind, we got loads of battery power. Okay. Don't explode. Hull integrity is -4 on balance per cycle. That's not good. Yeah. 2 crew members died in the last cycle due to an accident. Well, you can't blame me for that one. Blame the storm. It kind of jumped up on us by surprise. Yeah, it feels really awkward in there. Let's just speed this along and hopefully we can get out of this without anyone else dying. Okay. We managed to make it out of the storm. We've lost one science ship. I should have built a replacement already, but we can build a replacement somewhere. Where did I put him? No, EVA airlock. Damn it. Where did I put the other one? God, I've lost track of half the stuff we built. Ah, perfect. Give me another science ship if you wouldn't mind. At least that's something to spend 25 of that, what's it called? Polymer. 25 polymer on it. We've got hundreds of this stuff and no way to actually spend it. We get 459 polymer. and no way to use it. One problem we're running into is too many colonists. There's just so many corpuscles floating around in there. But it's fine, it's fine. We've got room for, about 1,000 more in Sector 1. Sector 2, we've actually got a room for 1,000 more as well. So we can squeeze on about 2,000 more before we have to crack open Sector 6. And Sector 6, I think, is just going to be nothing but housing. I mean, this one here, we had to make some compromises. We needed the exo thingy. We needed this colonization training center and the cryonics center. We needed a bunch of stuff. But in the next area, we don't need any of those. In fact, when it comes to cryonics, we've had to really crank up. We've got 2 cryonics facilities here. That's 3. 1 in Sector 1, 2 in Sector 2, and then we've got another 4 in Sector 3, just so that we can defrost these popsicles as quick as possible. I don't think we actually need the crew, but I'm not going to leave anyone behind. That's not what we're about. We're here to, like, get the largest population possible. It'll come in useful, or it won't. I mean, we could always starve some of them if it's necessary. Looking around, I think we're pretty good. There's loads of resources left on the map. We just don't need them or want them, to be honest. I'll grab all the silicon because, well, we can turn that into chips. Is it silicone? Silicon? Yeah, wait, silicone is for showers, you know, when you're sealants. And silicon is, never mind. You know what? Who cares? What matters is we have loads of population, and what do you guys want now? It has emerged that the concerning results of our earlier colonization tests have been leaked, leading many in the crew to believe that we are delaying the hour humanity ends. Whoever released this information bears responsibility for the rise in dead Earth sickness that has followed. No future here. Well, what do you want? Like, you people are muppets. Wait, are you actually just going to hang yourselves? If you're going to do that, it's kind of convenient, actually. It saves us the trouble. Well, I mean, not that we were. I mean, you know, you're just, I considered you whinge bags, but if you're going to do something about it, I'm not going to complain. All right, I think I'm going to open up another sector. We don't actually need the population space just yet. This place is up to 1,400 of 26. That means we can squeeze in about another 1,000. This place is up to 2,700. We can squeeze in about another 100. And there's maybe about 200, 250 and change in the other 3 places, like in each one of them. But I'm thinking I want to do, like, I want to knock out the population thing now because I know there's going to be more population in the next place. And I'd like us to take care of that before it becomes a problem. So let's just build ourselves a giant, ridiculous population storage place. We'll give it loads of mushroom walls as well. We'll basically repeat this, but get rid of all of this excess junk that we don't need. We'll make it more streamlined. In fact, I think I'll put in even more mushroom farms. Why not? These mushroom farms are incredible. They have saved us so much hassle. Alright then. For this place, max farms. We're just going to line all of the walls with mushroom farms. Because, well, just because. It just seems like this is the most appropriate way to do things. I haven't even done the calculations on how much food this will give us, but it should feed all the houses we're going to cram in here. We will have to put in a few minor things like some mess halls, some storage, maybe a little bit of morale boosters, but I think we can cram in a lot. It may take a minute or two to build all this housing, but at least when we move to the next area, we won't have to worry about building more housing for a while. I should probably go check on our smelting operations and make sure we're pulling in enough iron ore for this. Yeah, we definitely got iron ore in. We've got ice coming in. I think we'll be stable for quite a while longer, and yeah, we can definitely fill this out. We've got plenty of resources left in this sector. We might as well do it now because we were going to have to do it the next sector. The next sector might be more uncomfortable. What the hell? I think we got fires now. Just a sneaking suspicion. A fire broke out and prevents proper operation. Okay, well, it was right beside the fire station, which was lucky. That's very inconvenient. How long has that been happening? Well, I mean, I've been putting fire stations... I put fire stations in every place, just to be safe. But I have no idea how many fires we've had since. Does it actually tell you? Someone died in an accident. Mess hall has been disabled. Stockpile. Oh, God. Who knows? You know what? Doesn't matter. We're going to finish this off. How are we looking on the population front? We have 5,000 people, and 43 have died so far. Excellent, excellent. I'll consider that reasonable for, like, a first time round. And our very mediocre population center place is done. After all of that effort, we have a place that can hold 3,920 people max. I mean, currently it's got 200, but, I mean, we're building with expansion in mind. It's also got a battery, DLS center, a little bit of... Actually, how are they looking at? Plus 11 happiness here. Everyone here will be super happy. So long as this crowd stay happy, the rest of them, we don't care. The whole system can burn down. They'll probably be fine. It's not perfect, but I was getting sick of searching for perfect, and I just want to jump on to the next mission. I think we are done. Ooh, actually, I should probably stop them harvesting. Please tell me I haven't filled up all of the storage bays. Good ice. Actually, ooh, we're a tiny bit short on iron. You know what? Let's stop that. Let's get everyone out to fill up on iron just for a wee bit. We might as well make sure we have a little bit of iron ore ready to go when we jump to the next sector in case you run into any troubles. Everyone is home. All ships are aboard. We've also got this activate missile countermeasures, which I'm not sure. We've no countermeasures available. We also have the option to build, and we have built, a drone jammer. Disrupts the targeting signals by flooding, blah, blah, blah. Basically, in the missions we went through, there was some random stuff we got, and I think it's based on some ship we're going to probably end up fighting or facing off against. Let's hope we survive. Anyway, let's get ready to jump. Well, we're going to charge up the Ixion engine, and we're going to go jump. Ixion engine? Or is it called a Vol? I thought it was Vol jump.
Ready.
Commence jump. Are you going to give us that? You know what? I'll skip through it, but it is a pretty amazing little jump sequence they made. Hey, I think we've actually jumped directly to a planet this time around. Ooh. How's this ship doing? I'm going to imagine that's taking another chunk out of our hull. It's fine, it's fine. Also, we're redlining our power grid this time. Basically, yeah, we found the Piranesi. I assume that's a ship, or is it a planet? The Piranesi. Wait, what? What is the picture there? Suffered heavy damage. Our sensors are not detecting any activity on board the ship. And we also have this weird cloud thing going on. Nope, you know what? Before I even go near that thing, let's get ourselves a source of some resources. We want water and iron, or ice and iron as quick as we can. Alright, everyone get on their way. How's our hull integrity looking? Plus 24. Well, yeah, we're still doing fine. We're holding it together.
Has completed its scan.
Ooh. Suits you, sir. That is a... Is that 1,000 iron? Right, well, looks like we're going to be mining a lot there. Now I just need to find some ice. I can't even remember why we hate this ship or whatever, but we are going to locate the Remus coordinates. That's all we're here for. Then we can jump out and move on to the next section. I don't even want to hang around too much. I think we're golden. Right, what else have we got going on around here? There was another point of interest over this section. And what are you? PSR. Okay. Locate a viable planet. Search. Locate a viable planet. We're probably going to have to do some more testing on locations that we can colonize. All right, we need to be in order. We need to be in orbit to extract the coordinates from this. I don't think we're going to do that until we've finished the other one, which is locate a viable planet. We'll locate a viable planet first, then we'll worry about the rest of it. What are you? Huh. I honestly don't care about science anymore. We're literally maxed out. We've got maxed out science, and that's our own fault. We broke it, so I'm not going to complain. So we don't need the science. We're just going to do whatever's the fastest. Now, where's the other ship? Can you move? No, you're currently investigating. Oh, fine. Once our second science ship is done, we'll come over and sort you out, actually.
Science ship team has completed a task.
Let's get into orbit, shall we? Alright, this is taking too long. With only one science ship, this is going to take forever. Go on, okay. NAMI protocol, whatever. Extract the coordinates. Excellent. We're going to need that science ship's back. This might progress the storyline as well, or it might cause that storm cloud to move, but either way, I'm sure it'll be fine-ish. So this planet seems to have find Fuzia Badui. I really got to stop skipping all the text. I'm not going to, but I don't know who that is. What that is? Is that a ship or something? You know what? I'll click it, but if the ship dies, the ship dies. We've got plenty of replacement stuff.
Ship team has completed a task.
Okay. Okay. The Pyrenees is reactivating. We had to manually break the connection with the Tiqqun, interrupting the coordinates transfer. The damn walls started to move. Thanks to our exoskeletons, we're making for the Hope as fast as we can. Well, this doesn't seem good. That thing doesn't look like a colony ship. That looks more like a blow stuff up type of ship. Now it's glowing red. That seems even worse. Well, maybe we should have left this till later.
Ship team has completed a task.
Oh, did I hit the wrong button? I feel like I hit the wrong button. Okay, keep moving. The crew of the Hope are rushing back to the ship. They'll make it. Stand and fight. They'll never reach the Hope, but they could still prove useful before they're passing. or retrieve the Hope. The team is unlikely to make it back to the Hope, initiating ship repatriation protocols now secures material resources. So either we take the ship and leg it. So we either tell them to go back to the ship and we'll recover them, which is dangerous. Either tell them to stand and fight, which means they'll probably die, but we might buy ourselves some time. Or we could just take the ship and try and leg it. Why do I feel like standing to fight will get us killed? So, we tell them to stand and fight and buy us some time. Sorry, guys. What do you mean it's going to take a whole day? Okay, we should move the Tiqqun immediately. Well, yes. We're going to go this way. Sorry. Yeah, I think our people are about to die. Well, it happens. We can make a replacement ship. It'll be fine. Probably. This scout is here. What happened to this location? Perfect. We discovered a huge deteriorating metal device half buried beneath the ice. Right, so basically this was some guy we probably knew. You know what? It doesn't matter. We got what we got. Let's get out of here.
The ship team has completed a task.
Still alive. Oh, they're not. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they've completed a task. Alright, they're dead. Yeah, they destroyed the Hope. The crew cut off and improvised an explosive device as they waited to die. The explosive was detonated by the last surviving member of the team deep within the bowels of the perused sea. Yeah, whatever. Let's stay away from that thing. I don't want to go near it.
Administrator, I see you. Pitiful DOLOS leftovers. Ridiculous flesh bags. You are flies to me. I'll tear you apart, eat you, digest you, and soon you, your crew, the Tiqqun, and whatever's left of DOLOS will be part of me. I am primordial. I am a Reaper. You are nothing but erratic illusion, pointless heat dissipation, and abject failure. I have found your protection. It is but a matter of time before Naomi breaks into pieces, and I feast on your carcass. Opportunity knocks.
Right. Now is the time to run. Yeah, I've been doing that already. I saw him coming for us and I just legged it while he was busy yakking. But he seems to have noticed.
The Piranesi has launched a missile targeting the Tiqqun.
Oh. Right. Well, what do you want me to do about it then? Well, okay. I don't think we can do anything about that. We can't jump, can we? Oh.
Happy New Year, Administrator.
Perfect timing. Just perfect timing. My gift is on the way, I see. Right. So, it's Happy New Year time. Engine disabled, destination is unknown. We have no way of getting out of here. We're just... Now is the time to survive? How? Do we just keep running around in circles and hope the missile runs out of energy? Alright, I've turned off a bunch of power stuff, just to see if we can stretch this a little bit further. Yeah. Hopefully that thing doesn't follow us too much further. My hope is that it runs out of fuel before it strikes us.
A drone swarm has been released from the Piranesi.
Okay,
The
that's...
swarm aims to intercept the Tiqqun.
Oh, my sweet Jesus. Okay, what do you want me to do about it? Oh. We have to fly into the storm. That's the only way, isn't it? We have to fly into the storm and find somewhere on the other side. If we fly into the storm and the missile might get destroyed in it. Okay, it might destroy us, but... Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. That's assuming we can stay far enough ahead. Like, our battery power is limited. I've turned off stuff in Sector 5, but we're down to 2.9 days. That's the lowest end section. We need to turn off more. I need to turn off a lot more. Yeah, I should have done this earlier. We'll turn off that. We need to like cut power to as much as possible. You can also go off. Nope, we don't need you right now. We don't need you right now. How are we looking? 3.9 days. Fine. That's all we get. That's all we get. How's everyone else looking? Everyone else has longer than 3.9 days? Oh, Sector 6. Yeah, we don't need you. In fact, did I turn that off in Sector 5? No, I did not. Alright. So we got about 4 days. We got 4 days on battery. We can't change direction when we're mid-flight, but that's cool. We have launched a probe. That probe is heading over there. So we stop here, hopscotch onto PSR, and then we try and go through further.
An accident has occurred in the Tiqqun.
Oh, that's not good.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Really, we're a bit busy right now. Does someone want some Skittles or something? Fine, let's see what's such an emergency. There is fear. Data control algorithms have been overloaded. Diagnostics indicate external interference. Images of the Paradisi flood every screen. They haunt dreams and leave indelible marks. Do you have a plan to save us from this monster and recover the coordinates of Remus? Administer. There is fear. Well, yeah. We're being chased by a drone swarm and a missile. What do you want from me?
Warning. Entering Piranesi drone controlled area.
No, we're not. No. We're still moving. Hopefully the drone survives. If that drone has to make it to there, if it dies in the storm, we've got troubles for ourselves. Oh, man. Okay. I don't know if we're going to have enough power to make it all the way to there and still keep our machines running. We might have to eat some...
Piranesi is moving towards us.
Oh, for the love of... Well... Good times. Good times indeed. Oh. Alright then. So, we have no countermeasures available. How do we not have no... How do we have no countermeasures? I just don't understand it. Let's see what we got here. Hey, it's in a science ship. Hey, science ship.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
I would love to set up established infrastructure to support advanced analysis. Do we have time? I don't think we do. Unless it has missile defense capabilities, I don't really think we care. What is that? An unknown structure. You know what? Unknown structure sounds better than, like, death. Yeah, we head towards unknown structure. I think that's probably our only hope, but we need to give it a minute. Thing is, our batteries are running low. We got 2.5. Oh my god, we've only got 2 days left in Sector 6. 2.3 in Sector 1. I think we need to, there's actually nothing else I can cut power to here. This place is so... Actually, I tell a lie. I can cut off that one. That can go, and that can go. What are we looking like now? Alright, 2.2 days. Alright, we're going to stay here just a little bit longer. We're going to wait until this guy's almost right on top of us, and then we're going to move. And... you, back to Tiqqun. Perfect. I think that's as good as it gets. How long we got? 2.3 cycles. Can we handle that? I think we can. Our batteries are looking good. I didn't see the game going this direction. Yeah, I should have done all the other exploring before I went to that ship, shouldn't I? But no. Alright. No, I don't want to see the missile swarm coming up behind us. Okay, buddy.
Hi, I'm doing something.
That's nice. Oh, you. What do we got over here? Leave the planet? No. Perform intrusive analysis if you wouldn't mind. Hey, would you stop following us? Please tell me the missile storm gets you. Anything. We might just have to let that hit us. We can't keep doing this.
A science ship, the Piranesi, has launched a missile targeting the Tiqqun.
What? Yep. Interesting times. I gotta build another science ship. Alright, I don't think we have any choice. We just sort of have to let it hit us. Otherwise, we can't do anything. We just don't have enough time. So... we have no countermeasures available, but if you check under research here... we did research something. Wait, no, it wasn't there. It was in here. We did get drone jammer. We didn't get any anti-missile stuff, and I don't know how to produce that. Is there a way to produce countermeasures? Activate missile countermeasures? You know what? I haven't been able to figure out a way to build it. So let's see what happens when it gets to us. Maybe there is something we can do. If not, we're just going to have to eat it. Oh. What just happened?
An accident has occurred in the Tiqqun.
Oh. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, it seems like a few things were hit. Okay, Sector 1. We have battery taken offline. Battery taken offline. Okay, we got to get the repairs up and running on those. Sector 3, we're looking at fire, right? We're also looking at another building offline somewhere. Actually, no, can't see it. Never mind. Then we'll go to Sector 4. People are hungry because they don't have a mess hall. What are you talking about? Great, the mess hall got exploded. I really should have built a second mess hall here. That is my mistake. That's probably fine. When's the next meal cycle? Please tell me the next meal cycle. 2.9. Okay, so long as we prioritize that, we should be able to get that back up and running in time for Din-Dins. Sector 6, we're looking at fire. Mess hall inactive. Let's enable that mess hall just to be safe. And unpause. Right, well that hurt. Hull integrity. Minus 60 per cycle? What the hell? Minus 120 from damaged buildings by 6. Okay. Well, that's not good. Scout ship. Head over that direction. Why can't you move? Yeah, you know what? We don't get... What the hell? Oh, one of our people ran away. Should we go... We don't have time. I'm sorry. We just can't wait for you. Oh, no. That sucked, but it is what it is. Now, how are we looking on the inside? I gotta do some repairs. Oh. And we also have a second missile inbound, of which we can do nothing about. Oh, and we also have the Piranesi coming after us. 4 crew members died during the last cycle, 4 in an accident. Well, yeah. Where is our medical facilities? Yeah, let's turn them both on just to make sure we've got some redundancy built in. Sector 1, how are you looking? Batteries are getting repaired. Hull, how are you looking? Plus 40 balance per cycle. That's great. However, we still need a second science ship. Second science ship is going to be required for us to build our way out of this. Where is our science ship? It is building not powered. Wait, no, it was this one that was the problem. This is where we're building the science ship. That one we can leave... we'll leave it on anyway. I was trying to cut power usage everywhere, remember? Okay, so we're about to get smacked again.
Tiqqun self-destruct in 10 seconds.
What?
5 seconds. No Batista self-destruct device detected.
Okay.
Self-destruction impossible.
Well, that's good. That's good, because I didn't want us to self-destruct. That would have been awkward. You start heading that direction. Why? Because we have to keep moving. Dear Lord.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Yeah. I don't think this is going to help us. Science ship doesn't have a full crew. Well, yeah, that means they can't do anything. If they fly through the storm, odds are they might die, but honestly, we can't go back and pick them up because we're being chased by missiles. It is what it is, people. It is what it is. And we just got hit again. Yep, let's see what happened. Lots of stuff got hit. I'm gonna have to go take care of this. Alright, I'm out of time, it seems. Well, I was kind of thinking this game was a little bit slow and we'd kind of beaten it, but nope, turns out I'm wrong. It's a pity we can't activate this missile countermeasure. I have no idea how it works. I should probably read some of these things. Oh my god, I found the drone. The missile countermeasure is actually under the drone section. Right. Okay, that means we need to fire off this drone somewhere. You. But we'll fire this off. Then we can build a counter missile. You. Nope, none of you. We just want to build missile countermeasures. And then we need to make sure that this place stays stocked up on, polymer. Alright, so we have to keep stocking up on polymer, use that to counteract the missiles that are inevitably going to come out of there, and then we need to avoid this thing while scouting out a planet, colonizing one, repairing our hull, doing a... You know what? I'll do that tomorrow. Damn it. I was really thinking we could just power through to the end of it, but I didn't count on the Piranesi. Whatever. I'm going to cut this out here. I hope you enjoyed it. Good luck.